These are coronavirus test kits being flown by chopper to the Grand Princess cruise ship after reports of a suspected outbreak of COVID-19.
I was worried mainly because my parents are elderly and my mom has asthma. So yeah, I'm very worried if she would get ill, what might happen.
Debbie Loftus and her parents are among the 2,400 passengers circling more than 60 miles off San Francisco, not allowed to disembark. Just hours ago, Vice President Mike Pence gave the results.
21 individuals on the Grand Princess tested positive. Among those were 19 crew members and 2 passengers.
Right now, it's just numbing. It's just trying to process this information and see what our life holds in the next couple of weeks.
Passengers now confined to their rooms.
All passengers and crew will be tested for the coronavirus. Those that need to be quarantined will be quarantined. Those that require additional medical attention will receive it.
Outside the San Francisco hospital, they were setting up tents to handle any overflow coronavirus patients as the virus wreaks havoc across the country. In the United States, there are hundreds of cases in at least 26 states with at least 17 deaths. Daily life has been disrupted. The wildly popular Austin Festival South by Southwest now canceled, along with dozens of other large gatherings. And now a wave of school closures.
Classes are canceled here. That means no classes, no practices, no after-school activities.
And many employees are being told to work from home, including everyone at Apple headquarters in Cupertino, California, and Microsoft. In Hollywood, the release of the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, postponed for 8 months.
Where's 007?
President Trump visited the Centers for Disease Control and insisted the federal government has the coronavirus outbreak under control. The head of the CDC agreed.
At the present time, the general risk to the American public remains low.
The hardest hit area is Washington state, where there have been more than 80 cases and at least 14 deaths. Seattle's iconic Pike Place Market, normally bustling with tourists and shoppers, virtually deserted yesterday.
It's like a ghost town.
The epicenter is here, the Life Care Center in Kirkland, where at least 10 people have died. Families are outraged at the lack of response. Pat Herrick told us after she learned her mother died, she got a second painful phone call.
She said, I just want to check in with you and let you know that your mother's doing fine, that she doesn't have a temperature. I said, that's my mom died at 3:30 this morning. And she was, oh my God, you know, that wasn't in the chart.
They don't care. They don't care about the elderly.
Colleen Mallory's 89-year-old mother, Peggy, who suffers from dementia, shared a room with one of the patients who died from the virus, but hasn't been tested for the virus since Life Care says she doesn't have symptoms.
We're here at the epicenter, and I feel like everyone is in panic mode. I think we feel like we're in a black hole here.
Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from a resident inside. Susan Haley has a cough and is waiting for test results.
Do I want to leave? Yes, absolutely yes. It's not that the people aren't nice. It's that I don't like being trapped.
Help for the beleaguered facility is now on the way. Officials there announcing that a team of 30 federal health professionals are being sent.
This is like a flu on steroids.
On the other side of the country, the virus is quickly spreading in the New York City area.
I'm not urging calm. I'm urging reality. I'm urging a factual response as opposed to an emotional response.
There are at least 44 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in New York State, with most of them linked to a Westchester County lawyer who's still hospitalized in the ICU. About 4,000 people now under quarantine in New York State. The epidemic started in China, in Wuhan. That city has now been on lockdown for 2 months. Its 11 million inhabitants mostly out of sight, streets deserted, public transportation almost non-existent. But there is encouraging news. New infections in China seem to be slowing down. Health officials credit China's strict quarantine. But around the world, the virus is spreading rapidly.
We are now on the verge of reaching 100,000 confirmed cases.
The visual impact is dramatic. Iconic sites around the globe now empty. This is Mecca in Saudi Arabia before and now. To the Spanish Steps in Rome, normally crowded with tourists, now empty. And Beijing's Forbidden City, once packed, now seemingly desolate. The rapid spread of the virus also impacting the global economy. From toys to clothing to gardening supplies, companies across the country rely on Chinese factories now shut down by the outbreak.
About 85% of our products have something in them from China.
The great majority of goods in bridal are manufactured in China. Things are taking longer than ever.
It is what I call an economic pandemic, and that is it's global in scope, and our efforts to contain the virus and stop the spread of it means shutting down factories, shutting down schools.
The consequences have been devastating, especially for travel. The airlines anticipating losses of more than $113 billion in sales as travel and hotel bookings plunge. Uncertain times are driving some to extreme measures. Austin-based Mira Safety says their military-grade gas masks and hazmat suits are in high demand.
Regular people who are looking for ways to protect themselves in case this becomes a much bigger threat.
The reality, we don't need gas masks. We don't need hazmat suits. When you hear public health officials say, everything's fine, don't panic, I think it runs the risk of being dismissive and actually causing people to panic. It's very important to say, we don't know.
You have this chronic high level of anxiety over, am I going to get infected with coronavirus? You have people going out, trying to stockpile on masks, trying to stockpile on food for months.
We just get dry food and also a lot of frozen food.
The end of the line for the toilet paper and paper towels is right here.
In some parts of the country, endless lines and empty shelves are a new reality.
We're seeing price gouging, things like $100 for a bottle of Purell on Amazon.
Amazon now vowing to crack down on price gougers, blocking sellers' accounts.
This is hysteria. It's only going to make people panic more. Controlling the hysteria with sound communication, with facts, is going to be very important.
What we're seeing now is some things that are done out of fear that might be counterproductive.
With the virus continuing to spread, experts say facts, not fear, is the best path forward.
We're all in this together. These outbreaks kind of show us our common humanity, and we really do need to fight them as a species.
Be sure to tune in to GMA tomorrow for continuing coronavirus coverage.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.